Before this video is over, all will be revealed.
All will be revealed.
Hey everybody, this is TJR. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If not, welcome back. On August 11th, we will see the release of the latest Lost album from the Neil Young Archives entitled Chrome Dreams. Chrome Dreams, of course, is the latest in a series of lost albums from Neil Young that began with 2016's Hitchhiker, Homegrown from 2020, and Toast from earlier this year. Chrome Dreams will feature 12 songs recorded between 1974 and 1977 and contains some of his most iconic tracks, including Pocahontas, Like a Hurricane, Powderfinger, Homegrown, Too Far Gone, and Star of Bethlehem. Most of the tracks were subsequently released on later Neil Young albums, although Chrome Dreams does include unreleased versions of Sedan Delivery and Hold Back the Tears. Of course, the big question: how does Neil Young manage to lose so many albums? I mean, how does one misplace an entire album, much less 4 of them? Does he leave them in the fridge and just forget about them? I mean, admittedly, we've all kind of done this with our cell phones, but that's not an album. I don't know. Maybe Neil Young just has a real bad habit of accidentally using his albums as coasters, only to find them stuck to the bottom of a cold beer. I don't know. Neil Young, he's sitting there. He's at his ranch. He's sipping a cold one. He's checking out the tunes. And then suddenly, oh, shit, the album becomes part of the furniture. Did he go to Stephen Stills' house and leave them there? I don't know. Maybe he leaves them at Graham Nash's house. And if he does, good luck ever getting those back. Graham Nash has probably built a whole fortress out of Neil Young's lost albums. I mean, how many other albums has this guy misplaced? Come on, Neil. You got money. And Apple AirTags, they're not that expensive, bro. You don't see me losing my albums? Look, oh, here they are. My first album, Rip Roaring Rock and Roll. My second album, Mixed Emotions. My third album, Another Roll of the Dice. Oh, and look, here's my Christmas album. I designed this like a Christmas card. You could put your Christmas wishes here, give it to someone like a card, a gift, I'm such a corporate shill. Okay, so now let's talk about the title of this video. Last week, I was driving in the car with Superfan, and I was discussing the fact that Neil Young was going to be releasing a lost album called Chrome Dreams. And she asked me, are you going to talk about it on the channel? I said, no, I'm just not that interested to take the time to do it. And then I started to kind of joke around a little bit, and I said, but you got to wonder, how does he keep losing these albums? And I threw off a couple lines like, does he leave them in the fridge? That sort of thing. And then afterwards, I thought about that, and I thought, what if I did a video about it, but I started, making fun of it? And then an idea occurred to me. I've been, of course, looking at ChatGPT, AI, and I've actually used it a few times recently. And how I used it was I would take a complex sentence that I had written that read back awkward, and I would put the sentence into ChatGPT and I would say, please improve this sentence. And it would come back to me somewhat more concise, but with its own set of problems. But from there, I found it was easier to kind of edit it and make it better, make it more concise. So I've been kind of using ChatGPT as kind of a tool to help me with paragraphs and sentences that were just awkward and just need to be a little bit more concise. So then I thought to myself, what if I actually asked AI to be funny? I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, to be honest. Of course, this is also new. So I wrote a quick little essay of what this video was going to be. I wrote a quick script, in other words. First, I just described the details of the album like I did in this video. Then I added in a couple jokes. One of them was, does he leave it in the fridge? Maybe he goes to Stephen Stills' house and, and forgets about it. And there were about 3 or 4 jokes that I wrote. I put that in and I said, make this essay funny. it came back to me. And I was kind of surprised with the results. Now, first of all, it took the first part, which was meant to be serious, and tried to make it funny, and it just wasn't funny at all. I just thought, this is terrible. So I said, no, don't do this. It created some jokes that I would not have thought of. And then it created some bad stuff. But some of the bad stuff I looked at, I thought, if I just worded it a little bit better, it might actually work a little bit better. It created the whole bit about Graham Nash building a fortress out of Neil Young's lost albums. It also created the line about Neil Young investing in some tracking software, which I thought was kind of on the right path, but I changed it to Apple AirTags. I thought that would probably work a bit better. And then the whole bit where I brought up my own albums, that just came to me. I just thought, oh yeah, start shilling your own albums. That I just thought that would be very funny. And of course, I am a real corporate shill too. But in all seriousness, it was interesting. It was like having a partner to collaborate with. A while back, I posted an April Fool's video. I try to do an April Fool's video every year. And I posted one entitled Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, the worst album ever, where I gave this kind of like Ruddles style, mockumentary of Dark Side of the Moon. And when I wrote that, I had a good chunk of it written. I showed it to my older brother, who has written some comedy, and he came back with some ideas. I took some of those ideas and reworked them. He questioned some things, which I said, nah, I think this works for this reason. But we went back and forth on it. And it was kind of like that, like having someone to collaborate with, someone to bounce ideas off of. And I was really kind of surprised by how well this worked. I will probably, undoubtedly, use it more in the future. Of course, if you know this channel, comedy is not what we normally do, except on April Fools. I always love to do it then. But I might use it more to help me write video essays, which is a direction I want to go more in. And while I'm on the subject of video essays, I do have a new one premiering tomorrow on Sunday. It is about a connection between a 1953 black and white thriller and The Doors' biggest hit single, and I hope you'll check that one out on Sunday. I have tons of ideas. I have a lot of stuff that's kind of like notes, and maybe this is a way to put this together in a more efficient and faster way. And maybe all I've really needed all this time is a collaborator, and maybe AI is that collaborator. I thought I should also point out that some of the artwork used in this video was in fact created using AI. I used a website called Night Cafe Studio and used it for some of the caricatures that you see of Neil Young, Stephen Stills, and a picture of a record in the fridge. In fact, here's one of Stephen Stills that I did not use in the video. I guess I'm using it now though. Anyways though, so I just thought I'd share this little experiment with you. Hopefully you enjoyed the first half of this. Hopefully you thought it was funny. Humor is always subjective, of course. And of course, some people are just going to be mean because, hey, it's YouTube. What are you going to do? But let me know what you think. And thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Patreon supporters do receive exclusive weekly videos that are not available here on the channel. And we'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.